Hey everyone, I'm Matt. Welcome to my greenhouse. Now I'm going to start off by apologizing and saying the obvious thing. I've already done some work here off camera that I am not going to show in the video. That wasn't intentional. I just got started on this and didn't think I was going to film it. And now I'm at this point and I think, well, maybe people want to see me actually build this thing. So I did not draw up any specific plans for this. I did draw up an overhead view just so I could get dimensions for the posts and everything appropriate. Overall size here, it's going to be 12 feet wide and 32 feet long. And I have set the posts back 3 inches in both directions because I'm going to have some girts on the side here, 1.5 inches on either side. So it's actually 11 foot 9 inches this way and 31 feet 9 inches the other way. Now the way that this is going to work, this opening is framed at 36 inches. It's about 36 1/4, and I'm actually going to put a storm door in here and a storm door on this side. So this area with the rock is going to be enclosed with some PVC panels. And then this area here, I'm going to frame in a very similar manner to this side. And that way in the future I can actually enclose this side if I want to, but for this year we're just going to frame it in and essentially put bird netting over the whole thing because we got raspberries and blueberries in here. And that was a surprise. When we bought this place, there was some posts here with chicken wire wrapped over the whole thing, but there was, 6 foot tall weeds and grass and stuff in here, and so we actually didn't realize that we had berries in here already. So it was a pleasant surprise to find the raspberries and the blueberries. And I'm kind of up against the gun. It is May right now, early May, and if I don't get this enclosed soon, we're going to have issues because we've already got blueberries on here, and the birds are going to strip these things bare. The deer have actually already been munching on this. That's why there's no leaves down below. So that's the overall plan. Posts are 4x4s. I've got them set about 3 feet in the ground, a couple bags of concrete in each hole. Everything's already squared up and ready to go, and as you can see, I've kind of got this door frame already framed in. This door frame we're going to finish today. I've got some 4x8 pressure treated beams. I'm going to essentially set those on top of all the posts all the way around right here, and then we're going to get the ridge beam up and all the 2x4 girts on the sides right here, and that'll essentially fence this in. Even if I don't get the PVC panels on, it'll keep the deer out so my wife can plant things in here. And you may notice on these posts I've got these marks right here. Basically what I did is I set up my transit back over there and then just sided down these lines and put marks on here. It's just an arbitrary height. It's just a way that I can reference my heights all off of. So those lines are level with each other, but they don't mean anything on their own. So I'm essentially just building off of those lines without having to run a new line or snap a chalk line or anything like that. Now, I will confess I've never built a greenhouse like this before. I'm maybe doing a little bit of unconventional framing here, but I think it's going to be plenty strong. It ought to hold up for the rest of the time that we live in this house. Well, I've got an hour or two this evening to make a little bit more progress on this project. So tonight I'm going to sink 2 more 4x4 posts, one right here and one over there. That'll make this side match that one as far as the framing goes. And then I can set my 4x8 beams up on top of those posts and run my 2x6 cross ties between all of them. That'll be the goal for this evening. So I've got a string line stretched between the outside of this post and that one. When I set all these, I sunk the 4 corners first and ran diagonals between them to make sure everything was square. And I set all these other posts with a string line between those corners. So I know all these are straight, so it's okay for me to run a string line from this one to that one. And I know it's through the top of the blueberry bush. I'll make sure it's not interfering with anything when I actually do my setting of my post. So let's go get the post hole digger and get to work.
I see you somewhere around. Oh, I guess I see you somewhere around.
Look at that perfection. All right. I'm not going to use it.
Can we get it out of the way?
It is in the way.
not 20, it's not 25.
We've got our ridge pole up, and I've got a couple of the rafters. I'm going to build a little mini truss in the center here. But if you sight down this thing, you can see an issue, and that's that the ridge beam is bowed here. I haven't attached the rafters there or there, but they are attached at both ends, and the ridge beam posts are plumb and centered. So now what I need to do is basically pull this ridge beam straight so this string is in the center of it, and then I can fasten the ends of those rafters to my beams. There, perfect. guys, you know, I started this greenhouse project I think the last week in May, and it is now the first week in September. So it's been like something like a 4-month long project that I just sort of tinkered on as I had spare time. And I'm going to call an end to the video here. It's not quite done yet. I only put a roof over the area where my wife likes to sit and read. That way if it rains she can still be out here, but all the planters still get water. And then I haven't put siding on the back side in between the fence and stuff yet. Mostly just to keep the temperatures down in there because it's still summer here. This fall I will finish the siding here. I will put the storm door in on this side here and finish the rest of the roof. That'll extend our growing season just a little bit more into the fall. But like I said, I think I'm going to stop the video here because that's going to be a couple of months away, a month or two away anyway. And yeah, it's basically just more of the same. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed following along on this project. It's been enjoyable. I know my wife likes it a lot. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next video.